By far, the first $100,000 in profit that you make on the internet is going to be the hardest. But after you get past that threshold, the sky is the limit and it's going to get easier. No matter what business model you do, whether it's Amazon FBA, Shopify dropshipping, affiliate marketing, SAS, SMMA, whatever it is, the first $100,000 in profit that you make is going to be the hardest, and it's going to take the most amount of work because all of these business models require a ton of upfront work in order to get the ball rolling.
I see we got some work to do.
No matter what it is, like I said, Amazon, there's a ton of work to put in to get up your account, set it up, find suppliers, ship in your first shipments, fail, make mistakes. With Shopify, you might go through 10, 20 different products before you find a winner. If you're building a software as a service company, it's going to be a lot harder to build that software up, get customers, get them on a monthly recurring revenue. Same thing goes for SMMA. It's going to be a lot of upfront work. So if you're going to make your first $100,000 on the internet and make that in profit, not revenue, anybody show you revenue statistics, if $100,000 in revenue is basically nothing on the internet, because at the end of the day, most of these guys are making 10%, maybe 20% profit margins and 20% on the high end. So at the end of the day, that 100K in revenue means virtually nothing because it's roughly 10 to 20K in profit max. The nice part about making money online is it does not require a ton of upfront capital to get your business going. However, in the trade-off, you're going to have to spend a lot of time and effort to get these things going. So my recommendation to make your first $100,000 in profit on the internet is going to be to pick one thing and stick to it for at least 18 to 24 months. If you want any of these things to work, they're going to take time to marinate. You're going to have to spend 3 to 6 months researching, 3 to 6 months getting set up and starting, probably 6 to 12 months in failing on the business model, and then you'll start to profit, and it will start to come quick. The number one thing that you really need to get through your head is that you can try all of these models, and if you give them 3 months each, you're going to end up with zero or probably negative money because you're not going to get anywhere with them, and they take time to marinate. Like I said, at least 12 to 24 months, if not more, to really get things going and be able to pull out that profit out of your business and cash out. There are things that you could do to actually speed this process up, such as infuse capital into your business once you have things going, leverage other people's money, build out a team, but all of these things take either money, other people's money, or people and time. So if you want to make any of these work, you need to pick one model and stick to it for a really long time and put in the work.
Commit yourself 100%.
You need to be able to eat shit for a year or two at minimum in order to start to make something work. And then you need to double down, reinvest on what's working, and scale. That is the secret. And it works for all of these different models, no matter what you're doing. I've been doing Amazon for almost 6 years now. We have not done much outside of Amazon. And the only way that it works is because we've gone all in on the same thing and reinvested and kept learning every single day. I've probably learned more about Amazon in the past year than in the previous 4 or so years before that, just because I've talked to more new sellers than I ever have before. And I've been willing to work with new people, learn from their new mistakes, and be able to help them grow. You don't have to necessarily toss out everything in your life besides your Amazon business or besides your social media marketing agency or whatever online business that you choose, but you do need to be hyper-focused in that you're only focusing on working on that business, not a bunch of other outside income streams, and you focus on learning the skill and mastering it and not giving up until you do.
So that's good, but you kind of just went on for like 3 minutes about just like putting in the time.
That's like my main point.
What's the video about?
How to make your first 100K online. And like the true-ish thing is like, I think the target for this video is like people that are like researching online businesses. And the thing is there's a lot of people that like bounce around from like Shopify to this, to that, and like testing it. But I think the whole point is you need to pick one thing and stick with it until it works and like relentlessly not give up. I think that's like the main takeaway per se. / like the only thing that matters, because all the nitty-gritty details are like things you're going to figure out along the way, you know? Some of these e-com businesses, you're literally going to make $1 or $2 in like gross profit per unit sold. You have to sell a lot of freaking units to make 100K, but you can sell thousands of units per day if you're consistent and keep reinvesting and scaling. And the first 100,000 is the hardest that you're going to make in profit online. Once you get past that threshold, you're able to scale and grow, and the sky is the limit.
Boom.
So this is a little bit of a different type of video about how to make money and how to make profit in general on the internet. If you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like, a comment, and you subscribe to our channel. That's it for this video. Thank you for your business, and we'll see you in the next one.